I'm Mitch.
I'm Lily Rose.
I'm Megan.
We are doing a book review over Tuesdays with Morrie, but because it's me and Megan, it is Tuesdays with MegaLil.
Get it right.
Has reading Tuesdays with Morrie changed how you think about aging or dying?
Yes. The thing about this question is, imagine we say no.
You know what, though? Honestly, I still think I fear dying either way. This book, I think what it is I think it's like deep Hallmark cards posted together about dying, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's kind of how I thought about it. Like, he has like valuable life lessons, but I still don't think it's changed my fear of dying. Because I can't imagine me not existing in a universe, which is like super self-centered, but I can't not think about that.
And I feel like every page I read, the more I got scared.
The more I got
it's
scared.
supposed to calm you down, but I'm like, oh my god, like this is gonna happen.
This is gonna happen to me.
Even Mitch was like spiraling. He was like, okay, everyone's gonna die now. Everyone's gonna die now. After talking to Morrie.
But has it changed my thought about aging or dying?
In a way where I want to get more things done.
I think that's a good way to say it. I think it's changed in the way of like, I need to make sure every day I live, I'm at least like happy at least one time during a day.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no point in me even being here. 'Cause like, if this dying guy's able to be like at least somewhat happy during his final days, I can be happy a normal day in my teenage life, because there's straight up no way that I can be that complaining.
There's like nothing really making me upset. It's just, I don't even know.
Isn't that kind of crazy?
That's making, like, there's nothing bad happening. I
live through you, Morrie. Which life lessons from Morrie stood out from you the most, and why? So I had a book underlining so many quotes that I enjoyed, and guess what I did? I forgot it. So we're gonna read out the ones Megan got.
Yeah, and they're still like, they're good quotes. First quote: the most important thing in life is to learn how to give out love and let it come in. What?
Okay.
So we're here.
Okay, think of this in like the state of like flowers, right?
I
feel like most people just like wait at like the early stage, like when they're not even like in full bloom yet, waiting to be picked from like a field of flowers, even though they're not like fully bloomed or like not at the point where they should be picked. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be expecting love if you're not even ready for it.
Even when I think it's the most beautiful, it could get more beautiful.
Exactly. Like, when a flower is dying, it's still in a beautiful way. You can find love at any point in time, but I think when you're at your full like potential and you're in full bloom, I think that's the time that like you have to realize that's the time. You shouldn't be picked. You should be seen.
They come back every season around springtime. So even if you think it's dead, it's gonna come back. Put my phone in my pouch.
We're at Megan's house.
Morrie's house.
Okay, how about this? Forgive yourself before you die, then forgive others. I don't think you have to forgive people to find your inner peace. I don't think you have to like move on. No, you can still move on, but you doesn't mean you forgive somebody.
Yeah.
Forget, but don't forgive.
Especially, it depends what that person has done, but if they've done something like awful, like you just can't forgive it, then I think that's fine.
I don't think it's malintentioned or like to be a bad way to live if you don't forgive everyone who has wronged you before you die. I think that's like kind of like an immature way of thinking, and it's kind of weird because they see that like this guy is supposed to be like seen as like a really wise and like all-knowing, or like, I don't know, like an intelligent guy. He holds a lot of knowledge, yeah. And for him to say, I think that is kind of like an immature statement. No, it's too baseline.
Yeah,
I think that's like a thing people say but don't actually follow through or mean, because it's not realistic and it's not a thing that's actually gonna happen.
Yeah, I need to see like what people he's forgiving, because people have done like terrible things and you just can't forgive that. Especially if it's like harming someone, either you or someone you're close to. Like, that's just not forgivable, because you're trying to like see the humanity in that person. They don't have any humanity if they've hurt someone.
Being just like humans to each other gets to a point where I'm like, just because we're both human, just because we both make mistakes does not mean I can forgive you.
Yeah,
because some mistakes aren't forgivable.
Yeah,
and I don't think it's like I think if you're preparing for the end of your life, that should not be a priority you should have.
Yeah,
I think enjoying and like living for every day because it is your last. You know what I mean? I don't think, and I guess maybe not forgiving, but becoming at peace with something. How about that?
Yeah, I think it just forgive's not a very good word for this.
I don't think so either. I know like that's like maybe semantics of wording, but I think wording is important. I think this is enough for the quotes.
Yeah,
that's some quotes we didn't like. How about that?
We made a mistake.
Did I like this book? I don't think I did.
That's another thing though. Like, I think thinking about how I'm gonna die, like, whether if it's soon or if it's in the very far future, it gets me to say things quicker. Like I'll say I love you to people more. I'll send the risky text. I'll just do all of it because I'm like, that's gonna be gone
Do
soon.
you ever do? This is more connected to like romantical love than like we can even say platonic love. I guess I'm just saying like this is where I'm thinking this is from romantic love, but this can be. I'm saying like, do you ever stop for a second and think like soon I won't even know these people, so I might as well take a chance and just do what I want.
Yeah, anything.
I think that's how we should be going around every day of our lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like there's so many people in the world, and if someone doesn't work, there's other opportunities to find someone who will work.
Yeah.
And I think like sometimes I don't think I live like that constantly, but sometimes I'll get in like a detached mood. I'm like, I can do this, and like I think that's how people would live if there was not like social pressures or like struggling to fit in or like social anxiety or like self-conscious. And I mean, like if I was not self-conscious, I think that's how I would live every day.
Yeah.
Morrie talks about the importance of detaching from emotions. What does that mean? And do you agree with his approach?
I don't agree with that either.
I don't agree with anything about this book really at all.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I can still enjoy the book and think I don't agree.
Yeah. I can see certain emotions maybe if it's like if that same emotion is stopping you from doing everyday tasks like social anxiety, it's like it's kind of hard to break from, but like going out and just leaving those emotions at home, that can be very helpful. Even if like you're detaching from those emotions, but I think that's a healthy way to do it. But if it's like emotions that like someone like upset you, like you're repressing those emotions, that's not very good. You need to face those emotions and be like, okay, why is my brain thinking that way?
I think it's like I don't think detaching is the right word he's using. I think he's compartmentalizing. You know what I mean? And I think when you don't express emotions and like find ways to like healthily cope or like healthily solve the problem you're facing, I think it's just not gonna work. I know he's like he's at the end of his life, so like it's fine or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's handing out advice that's not working for the day-to-day person.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do that. I think detaching yourself and stopping yourself from feeling something it doesn't mean it's going to solve anything. I don't it's not a solution. It's just like a way to go about something. I don't think it's like a
It all just depends what the situation is. Oh my god, sunset pretty.
I like this.
Birds are chirping.
If you could have a Tuesday with someone in your life, who would it be and what would it be about?
Do you have an answer yet? I was thinking last night and I couldn't think of one.
I've been thinking about this answer since we've written it down. And
I've had so many different people pop in my head, but everyone I shut down for some reason.
We're on Megan's phone now.
Okay.
Let's think celebrity. How about this?
Oh, okay.
I think Marilyn Monroe would be an interesting person to talk to because I think. Have you seen like those interviews where it's like her talking about how she didn't want to be sexualized, and that's like everything she was. And I think for
even
like
when she died.
Yeah, even till when she died, even till now, she's still just like that's her whole entire like legacy is she's just like a sexualized woman. And I think it would be interesting to see that. Just like to talk to her and like have a full conversation about like what it is to be a woman, like all this stuff. I think it'd be interesting.
I think so too.
She also died mysteriously as well, didn't she?
I don't know. Has she died?
Huh?
Was.
Oh, barbiturate overdose. Just drugs.
Oh. Like imagine like you did that thinking it could like make you feel so much better. You'd wake up, feel clear minded, and boom, you're dead. That's the most like
sad.
interesting part. I don't know what happens once. That's the scary part. You wake up. Where do you go?
That's a topic for a different episode.
That's the whole point of the book. I guess not.
No, I guess
it's like the before process of
you're
like
right. You're right. I think if people knew or had a sense of like full security, no one would fear death.
Yeah.
But I think everyone fears to die. If you were in Mitch's shoes, do you think you would have reconnected with Morrie? Why or why not?
See, I thought about this one too a lot. If we're talking about the kind of character, like the kind of person we are right now, like if you're 18, but I'm 17, I feel like I wouldn't.
Okay, do you know any teachers or adult figures that have made an impacting, like, effect on you?
See, I don't know, because I feel like I don't get close enough to adults like that. I feel like I'm getting in their way. If we did, form a bond or something.
I'm always scared of inconveniencing people.
Yeah, so I just don't. It's hard for me to connect to a teacher.
They
or,
were so close
figure. Though. I just can't see. I guess maybe in college I could get closer to them, but in high school it just feels like you're in their way.
I think I wouldn't have reconnected with Morrie because when he saw that, I think he saw a television thing of Morrie getting Mitch saw Morrie getting interviewed by some newscasting thing, and he was like, "Oh, he's dying. I need to go see him and reconnect." I think if I saw that, my first thought was I don't want to intrude on the family.
Yes.
This is his last moments, and for him to spend his time with me, a virtual, somebody he was close with 10 years ago. Tuesdays, I feel are almost they're conversations that are fully open, and there's no answer that would not go unanswered.
Today's Tuesday. Sorry, I just.
Oh my god!
Today's Tuesday.
Megan,
that's crazy.
Tuesday, doing this every Tuesday?